Hey creeps, welcome back to another exciting episode of Famous Monsters Friday. Our little gremlins came back from Transylvania. How was your trip?
We saw,
Did you see Uncle Dracula?
Yes!
What? Oh, that guy. He's a bunch of fun. Did he show you a tour of the castle?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He took him upstairs.
And me.
Hey, you are you, and you got a jacket now. That's so cool.
He took us all the way upstairs.
All the way upstairs. Okay, guys. Whoa.
Creepy.
It was creepy. So, let's get to the thing you guys came here for. Another issue of Famous Monsters. It is number 50. It is the 50th anniversary issue. It came out in July of 1968. All right, Jellybean, hand me that magazine. All right.
All right, you little gremlins, it's time for your dead time story.
All right, you ready, Hawk? Can you jump down and go with Nana Yaga? That's right. Is that what we call her? Nana Yaga? All right. So, jump on in. We'll start with the cover. It is beautiful. It's got the Gorgo, which is kind of like England's answer to Godzilla. Okay? Boom. Open it up. It says, "Happy birthday, Mom. Famous Monsters is 10 years old. And you're 110. She doesn't look a day over 95. It's just me. All right, we got the table of contents. I call it the Tomb of Knowledge. That's the first time I've ever called it that. But, anywho's. All right, Harpy Days are here again. And this article pretty much tells all about movies getting ready to come out. And it just talks about Barbarella, Planet of the Apes, and there's Lobster Boy. I can't remember. What movie is he from? Voyage to the Bottom of the Seas. Yes. That's another one that's getting ready to come out when this issue was coming out. 2001, A Space Odyssey. All right. Check that out. Barbarella. Whatever people do. Jane Fonda. She was cool. It was kind of a risque movie. Moving on. Enough of that. Let's jump on into a terror that stands 150 feet tall. Tarantula! Starring, I can't remember, Leo G. Carroll. And the only reason I know that is because the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the opening song, science fiction. Leo G. Carroll was over a barrel when Tarantula took to the hills. Yeah! Boom. Oh, quick thing. So you guys ended up guessing the alligator people who played the monster. Well, we'll get to that because it's in here. Anywho, back to Tarantula. Big spider movie. We're still kind of in the atomic age, so people are obsessed with big mutations of radioactive fallout, and yeah, big old spider. There's some big guinea pigs, which are more terrifying to me than the actual spider. Can you guys see that on there okay? Look at them things. They're the size of an actual pig. Yeah. More of Tarantula. I've not seen this movie. Leave a comment. Did you like it if you've seen it? Is it worth watching? Is it worse than Big Alligator River? And most of you guys watching this at home are probably thinking, what? Big Alligator River is a terrible movie. We're not going to talk about it in here. But anywho, moving on. Lugosi laughs as Karen cringes. Why? For the devilish answer to this baddie question, turn the page. Then we got some beautiful Monster World, which was launched by the Famous Monster. They're kind of like a sister company, or a splice off of the old Monster block. Okay, so moving on. The Devil Bat. And this movie came out at like the height, or like the beginning stages of World War II. They would use like slogans like more terrifying than bombing at night and other kooky, scary, real world things to make this movie seem more terrifying. We've got Lugosi and one of his past girlfriends is what I'm guessing. She's all skin and she's all bones, no skin, right? Ah. Anywho, more about the Devil Bat, Diabolical, Dr. Carather's torments, and terrified night monster once too often. Apparently I fudged something up. No. Okay, so I know like in the past we haven't really paid that much attention to the monster photo, the mystery photo of the week or month, whatever it is. But this one we found very, 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 very interesting. There's like a hint. It says, is it Dracula? Is it Frankenstein? Something else. It's mystery photo. It says, we know, every one of you know it's Frankenstein's monster, but it is the picture, a pose from the original Frankenstein, the bride, son, or Frankenstein of Route 66. We thought it was just like, hey, that's the original Frankenstein. But they said this isn't just some ordinary one. And they left a code in here, which it took us about like 3 or 4 days to finally break. And then our gumshoe director, she got it, and we're good to go. So we unraveled it. But the mystery was Mick mashed kids. And finally we figured out is for Dick Smith mask. Dick Smith was a famous makeup artist back in the days, correct? And I think he did the makeup for The Exorcists and The Fly. He helped Ben Nye, not Bill Nye, that all of us millennial babies are familiar with, but Ben Nye. Ben Nye also has a makeup company that's like world renowned. I don't know what I just said. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's jump on in. The men behind the monsters. The Flying Nye! Flying Nye! Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry. Got really excited. But this is the picture. And I'm drawing a blank on the name, but we did have somebody guess the correct name. We just need you to message us on our Facebook page or on YouTube. We will get you the monster trading card pack. But here's the monster we showed. And we were going to ask, why is this monster so angry? And the correct answer would be, because alligators are so angry because they got all them teeth, but no toothbrush. Okay? So, Ben Nye, he did the makeup for the beautiful alligator people that has the amazing line is, I'm gonna kill you, alligator man, from Lon Chaney Jr. And there was another line that we just could not get over. At one part, the doctor is showing these two examples. One is of a human and the other is of an alligator, and he's like, I know what you're thinking. These look the same, but they're not. Because one was an alligator, one was a human. It tickled my funny bone. It was humorous. Ah! Do you like that one? Okay. We did. Okay, moving on. So they don't just talk about the alligator people. The main reason for this article is the fly. So, the makeup at the time, when they did this, it would cost $4,500 just for the makeup alone, which equals out to $8,000 in today's money, just on the character itself. Which I guess when you think about like big pictures, like the grand scheme of big pictures, it doesn't seem that much. But like it took what? How many? No, I'm thinking of the alligator people that it took 3 months to do the makeup and stuff. But this was very time consuming and very expensive. And if you have not seen The Fly, you need to. Because pretty much the transporting machine is like a modern day 3D printer. That's what it reminds me of. But it's instead of like melted plastic, it is atoms floating through the air. Cat Adams. Cat Adams. It's not a porno name. It is a line from the movie. The doctor, he says, Cat Adams floating through the universe. And here's some molds of the said fly face. Okay. All right. He's got 2 dicks working for him. Ben does. You got Dick Smith and Dick Hamilton. 2 dicks, 1 picture. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, it's one of those things you just can't pass it. Anyway, okay, moving on. There is Mr. Nye getting his fly ready, and the alligator man. I'm gonna kill you, alligator man. All right, moving on to the Gorgo. Gorgo, the Gigantor.
Gigantuan.
Gargantuan. Okay, anyway. So, the story is, people, they find this monster like, whoa, that's a big monster. Holy cow. So they capture it and take it in, and they're going to show it off. Well, guess what? That was the baby. And guess what babies have? Mothers. And they pissed off a 200-foot freaking Gorgo mommy. And I know a few moms, and whenever you mess with their babies, it's not a good thing. Like, look. So they end up destroying, instead of Tokyo, London. All right. One more. That's the London frickin' Bridge. Mama Gorgo is not happy. I wouldn't be either. If somebody tried to harm Ak or Jellybean, I'm not a mother, but I'd still be not happy. Anyway, so we found this issue, or this next article, very interesting because it was not in the Tomb of Contents. It is the Den of Demons. Den of Demons. It talks about the different sets. Whoa. Huh. Okay, folks, these are old issues. I'm going to set that down for a second, but check this out. It is one of Dracula's lair. That's what our little gremlin saw. So moving on, it talks about the different sets of horror movies. There is Frankenstein, and I think, what is that one underneath there? It is Murders in Rue Morgue, the set. So I did not know this, but our lovely, wonderful director informed me that the set, like stock footage of Frankenstein, was used how many times? 100?
5 other films.
5 others. So I drastically overshot that. So 5 other films they used the back footage, B-roll for Frankenstein. Moving on. Here's some more Lugosi. Yeah. Frankenstein and Phantom of the Opera sets. I mean, it's cool. I think the Phantom of the Opera set sat in like Universal Studios since it was shot, and they I think maybe I could be wrong on the date, but it was like the 2000 teens, maybe 2000, late 2000s that they ended up like tearing it down, and it just sat empty there, and it's a shame to think about because wow, it was such a good movie. Moving on, we got some Eries. I mean, it's the basic thing that we see every week. I really like this one here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what it is about it, but I really just like the cover of that. So if anybody wants to send it to me, it is Erie number 10. And I will be eternally grateful. And anyway, moving on to the Horror of Dracula. It's one of those comics. We're not going to read it. We'll show you a couple pictures. But it's like based off of I think it was a Hammer horror. The Horror of Dracula. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. I like criticism. But here we go. There's the cover photo. Ooh, spooky. Christopher Lee. Ooh. Moving on. There's some more. Okay. It's crazy. This is our 4th episode, and this is the first time we've had a page come out. Isn't that wild? So, 1 out of 4 ain't bad. I really like this picture here. I feel like it's used a lot in like stock footage. The one, but seeing it in like pen and ink is just it's something. It does the heart good, you know. And here's some more. Clank is one of the action words here. Can you see clank? Right. Now we're moving on. Just old monster magazines. You can send in, get them. Same as usual. Ooh. I know one of our favorite monster kids, Jeff Stamp. He has issue 26. I don't know if you guys can see it. You see it okay? So he has that issue, and it is signed by Uncle Forey. And maybe if we can convince him to let us borrow it and have him come tell us about the magazine, his experience meeting like Uncle Forey, that'd be pretty cool. Again, bunch of Don Postmaster. The creature one is just, it's spectacular. I know we talk a lot about the Captain Company, but one I do want to address is this is crazy, and I don't know if I've talked about it yet, but you could literally, for, well, I'm not seeing the price. Oh, $19.95, you could send in and get a live monkey. It came with a leash, a cage, and some diapers. And so reports from what I've heard, like the ones that didn't die while they were being shipped, they like ended up going like ape, beep, crazy, and like destroying houses, defecating everywhere. So I'm glad that we've stopped sending out little monkeys throughout the mail. And the 60s were a wild time to be alive. Moving on to You Asked For It. Again, another issue, another article of this. These are different pictures people wanted to see. And so it's The Man Who Smiled, which has got Lon Chaney Sr. And then we go on to Peter Lorre from The Face Behind the Mask.
Conrad Veidt.
What?
The Man Who Laughs.
It's not. I am sorry, guys. I am wrong. So
It's Conrad Veidt.
Conrad Light?
Veidt.
There we go.
German.
Veidt. That is Veidt. It is not. I am sorry. I am so sorry. I stand corrected. Thank God for our beautiful and lovely, intelligent director. Okay, it conquered the world. And is this the one they call the cucumber creature? Yes, it conquered the world. I don't know. That doesn't really look like a cucumber to me. Maybe I've been eating the wrong ones. But here it is. Oh, Lord. Is it hot in here? So, Hercules, Haunted World. And then we got... What is that? The Thief of Baghdad? How is that a thief?
It's a genie.
That's a genie?
Yeah.
That's like 50 feet tall. Look at that thing. All right, and next up is for a Lost from Space character, and then there is Rasputin, who Chris Lee played Rasputin. And then there's a monkey demon from Lost in Space. It's a Satan monkey. Satan! Alright, here's some just more things you can send in. We've all seen them many, many times. Some back issues. And then one more, okay? This is Fang Mail. So these are different letters that were sent in. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and read all these articles. If you want to send us a message, we can, if you see something that seems interesting or a picture you want us to tell you about, okay, I'll show you all these real quick. But I want to get a close-up of this. These old monster masks and costumes. It's just like, how cool is that? The 60s were awesome. It's the best time to be alive for us monster kids. I remember it very dearly. Yeah. More Captain Company. Creepy. Another sister company launched by Forrest J. Ackerman. Whoa! There was an earthquake there, folks. Sorry. And then, again, the Aurora Lost Prisoner. And then there's some there. All right, folks, and that does that. That does it for this issue. Number 50, Famous Monsters of Filmland. Released in July of 1968. So, yes, here it is. If you have yet to like and subscribe, do so. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want to see next. What do you guys think about us venturing out and reading some of the creepies or the eeries or the monster world? Or what do you guys want from us? Leave it in the comments. Do you want the kids to do an episode? The gremlins, have them do the whole episode? I don't know. But anywho, thank you for tuning in, and until next time, creep it real.